Namaste friends, my name is Vishal Gupta and I hail from a small village called Bairia in the West Champaran district, which is about 10 kilometers away from the district headquarters, Betia. The incident I am about to share with you is a true story from my own life that took place about 20 years ago. Right after I had finished my board exams and was enjoying a month-long vacation. Since I hadn't visited my maternal grandparents' home, Nanihal, in a long time, I was adamant about going there. Despite my father's usual hesitation toward these visits, he finally gave in to my persistence. Since my parents were busy with work, I packed my bags and set off alone for Madanpur, a small village near Bagaha, located within the dense forest area of the Valmiki Tiger Reserve. I reached Bagaha by train around noon and took a horse-drawn carriage, Tanga, to the village. I still remember the rhythmic sound of the carriage wheels in the deep silence of the forest-lined roads. It was a world without pollution or noise, where life felt simple and content. Upon arriving, I met my family and then hurried to see my closest friend, Pintu. But I was shocked to find his house eerily quiet. His mother, with tears in her eyes, told me that Pintu had been bedridden for a month and that doctors were unable to help him. When I entered his room, I was horrified to see him reduced to a skeleton, surrounded by religious idols, vermilion, and coconuts. Pintu could barely speak, and seeing him in that state sent a shiver down my spine. Later I met a neighbor, Bhola Kaka, a wise and modern-thinking man who turned pale when I asked about Pintu and warned me to go home as it was getting dark. When I pressed him, he revealed that Pintu was a victim of a witch's Dayan curse and shared his own terrifying experience of searching for a lost cow in the jungle at night, where he saw several women performing a gruesome ritual around a fire. Though I initially laughed it off as superstition,
Don't step out after
my grandparents also strictly warned me never to step out after sunset. 3 days later, an opportunity arose when my grandfather fell ill, and the rest of the family rushed him to the hospital in Bagaha. Ignoring the warnings, I decided to uncover the truth and sneaked out toward the jungle with a torch. As I ventured deeper into the darkness, the rustling of leaves and the cries of wild animals made my heart race. But I kept going until I saw a flickering light in the distance. What I witnessed there was beyond my worst nightmares. More than 10 women were dancing naked around a bonfire, their eyes glowing red and blood dripping from their mouths as they let out bone-chilling laughter. Suddenly, one of them stopped, sniffed the air, and turned directly toward me with a cruel smile. Paralyzed with fear for a moment, I eventually found the strength to bolt, running as fast as I could while their screams echoed behind me. I eventually tripped into a ditch near the village road and lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was surrounded by villagers and an occult priest, Ojha, who told me that the Bajrang Bali locket around my neck had saved my life that night. My uncle later explained that years ago, the villagers had burned a woman alive, suspecting her of being a witch, and since then, her vengeful spirit had haunted the forest. That night changed my perspective forever. And even now, the memory of those red eyes and that terrifying laughter makes my blood run cold, reminding me how close I came to a fate worse than death.